I have studied thousands of TikTok creators across brands doing 6, 7, even 8 figures on TikTok Shop. And throughout all that, I really kept seeing the same few things that were stopping creators from going viral. And they had nothing to do with the algorithm. The reason that most creators don't go viral, or at least can't do it consistently, is because they build content on top of a broken structure. And in this video, I'm gonna walk you through 3 patterns that are quietly killing your growth. And then, of course, like the nice guy I am, show you how to fix them by building a repeatable format which actually gets views. And not just once, but over and over and over again. Step 1, they chase videos, not formats. Most creators are stuck in the, what should I post today loop. They try talking head one day, maybe green screen the next, maybe something with AI the day after, hoping that one of them just happens to go somewhere. But the thing is, the creators that I work with, the ones that are pulling in millions upon millions of views consistently, they're not guessing. They are focused on building a format. For reference, when I say format, I don't mean niche. So I'm not saying like, oh yeah, they post about fitness or they're into skincare. No. I mean structure. Think of the format kind of like the skeleton of a video. The emotional hook that pulls people in. The rhythm that builds tension. The moment that holds attention. And the way it delivers that payoff at the end. What do I mean by that? Well, here's an example. So there's a creator who begins every video with, I tested blank, so you don't have to. And then they show before and after, break down their results, and usually have some form of unexpected twist or shocking conclusion. That is a format. The topic can change, the product can change, but the structure, it stays the same. And if every one of your videos feels completely different, you don't have any structure, you're just kind of just guessing. Or if you want to put a fancy label on it, we'll call it experimenting. But here is the part that creators get wrong. Most creators don't think they have a working format just because something hasn't blown up yet. So let me show you how to find it anyway. By the way, I recently got a comment on one of my videos saying that they wanted to watch me do something like this live. So if you want me to go through and review your TikTok account for one of my videos, make sure to sign up for my email list in the description because I am going to be looking for people to do that with for my next video. The link is in the description and it's free. Don't worry. Step 2, they copy outcomes, not structure. Anyways, let's talk about what copying structure actually looks like, because most people do it at a very surface level. They think, oh, that video used a bold text hook, I'll do that too. Or this video mentioned this, I'll mention it as well. If you want to copy a structure properly, you have to break it into layers. You could take a well-performing video in your niche and ask yourself, what is the opening line doing? Is it triggering fear? Is it making some form of promise? What's it doing? Also ask yourself, what's happening visually during the time that first line is being said? Is it a unique visual? Are they showing a face? Is there just something crazy happening on screen? What problem, what question is being teased but won't be answered until the end? Let me give you a structure that you can steal right now. It was actually one that I mentioned a little bit earlier on in the video that I'm a big fan of. Let's run through a full example for the sake of selling creatine. For my creatine brand, if I were to own one, this is how I would fill out that framework. I tried X for X duration, and here's what happened. All right, I tried creatine for 30 days, and here's what happened. Then I would go through the story of how I was a skinny loser, and I couldn't get any gains in the gym no matter how hard I tried. I would show a before picture, I would tease with an after picture, and then I would go into the story of day 1, day 7, day 14 of me working out. And then at the end, the payoff. I would show my final result. I'm now ripped, super muscular, coolest dude in town. And then the CTA. I would say the only reason this works so well is because I use the highest quality creatine out there, which is Robert Santerre's creatine brand. Boom, steal that. It can be applied to your content. Thank me later. Anyways, that is structure. One of the main benefits to structure is you can plug and play with so many different things. Here's a high-level trick as well. You can learn a lot about a video by looking in the comment section. You can see how people reacted to it. You can see direct responses of people. This can provide a lot more insight than you think. Then we run something I like to call a format sprint. You post 3 to 5 videos that test that same structure, but in each one you change only one relatively small thing. It can be the same structure but with a different visual hook, a different text hook, a different CTA. And with that process is how you can take a one-off video and turn it into something replicable. And unfortunately, this is where most people give up, just before the data actually becomes useful. Which leads us into step 3. They quit too early. Now, don't get me wrong. If you've ever posted 2 or 3 videos on something and went, yeah, this isn't working, I need to find something new, you're not alone, I promise. But here's what you need to understand. Some of the best performing formats that I've ever seen, that I have watched be created and scale brands to upwards of high 7 figures, sometimes take their time. Like, they really don't always hit right away, and that's okay. I've had creators post 5, 6, 7, sometimes even more videos before a format really started to pick up some traction, if any traction at all. But the good thing is, when it did, we already had the whole system ready to go. And if they pivoted too early and restarted from scratch, guess what we would have had? Nothing. You don't need more ideas. What you need is more repetitions of the right structure. That is how you build that compound growth. That is how you go from randomness to something that scales. So here's how I usually find these kinds of videos, and how you can too. I find these videos by just diving headfirst in there. I am on TikTok every day. And if you didn't know any better and you looked at my phone screen time, you think I'm brain rot maxing every day of my life, but I'm really not. Majority of the time, I'm just scrolling. I'm either looking at videos made by some of my creators for brands I work with, giving them some feedback, some reviews, or looking at high-performing content of other brands. Another thing, which is starting to become more mainstream, but still a slept-on trick, is the hacking your For You page, where you create a new account and you scroll, but you only interact with videos in your niche or videos that you're trying to find. So if I'm looking for fitness videos, I would scroll and I'd only interact with fitness content. So then TikTok would pick up on that and slowly start to feed me only fitness videos. So then now I've essentially hacked my For You page to only give me content inspo. But even if you do all that and you know what content you need to use as inspiration, we still need to dive deeper. Which brings us to step 4, the format system. And if now you're still thinking, I get the idea, but I still don't know how to go viral, that is exactly what this next video is for. I will walk you through how to find your first high-performing format. Even if you've never gone viral before and you're literally starting from scratch, that's fine. Just click right here and I'll show you exactly how to do it.